afternoon, everybody. This is Lady K here, and we are at Metrocon 2013 today. Sitting right beside me is the lovely Brittany Karbowski.
Brittany Karbowski. Hi, guys. I'm so happy to be here.
Now, Brittany, probably one of your most known works is probably going to be Black Star from Soul Eater, correct?
Mm-hmm. Oh, among others. A lot of other ones, too.
All right. Well, I did notice while looking through your filmography that you initially broke into the voice acting business in 2005, pretty much right out of high school for the both of us. We're pretty much the same age.
Yeah.
What inspired you to get into the field so young?
I wasn't necessarily inspired. I did musical theater, and I played Janet in a version of the Rocky, all-fetish version of the Rocky Horror Show that had a swing cast of Chris Ayers, Greg Ayers, Mariella Ortiz, Monica Rial, Chris Patton, which are all a bunch of voice actors at the time at AD Vision Films, and Matt Greenfield and Tiffany Krant, who is one of the founders of ADV and the first actor ever at ADV. Everyone knows Tiffany Krant. Came to see it. And they asked me to come in, and I was like, "Oh, am I going to sing?" And they were like, "No, you're going to talk." And I was like, "Just talk?" And they were like, "Yeah." And I went in to do bit parts and Gants, and Matt was like, "You know what, we're going to see if you can do this job forever. Scream like you're getting stabbed to death." I was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Ah." And they were like, he was like, "Perfect, you got the job." And ever since then, I started doing it slowly, and it's just, another outlet of acting. I also do live action, I also do radio, I do a lot of infomercials, like, I do a lot of training videos for, like, McDonald's and stuff, like, you put the meat on the bun, like this. That kind of stuff. So, it's just another outlet of acting, and I always aspire to be an actor in general, for sure.
Well, I have to say, I'd rather have your voice for the, I guess what you can call learning-based videos that I had to sit through at work, because it's the same very monotone, very drawl voice.
Yeah, you're always like, oh, really?
And it's put quite a few of us to sleep.
Yeah, that's why they'll use me. They're like, oh, you're good at that corny stuff, and I am. If it's corny, I can do it.
What would you say has to be one of the funniest or weirdest moments that you've had in the booth?
Oh man, there's so many. It would be so hard to like name one particular moment. I mean, there's been parts where you're just like, oh my god, I get paid to say that, like with Big HK and Yamada. There was, it was really funny when we did Pride and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Originally, he was like, oh, it's this cute little boy, he's so cute, and afterwards he was like, you know what, he's not a little boy and he's not cute. And then we went in and like put a bunch of filters on it, to do the homunculus version, and so every single time you go in is a new experience and a new joke, and just laying bombs for other people that you're never about to record. Like when we did a Mermaid Melody Pitchy Pitchy Pitch, and like I knew Greg was coming in to record later, I would like, when Taro's playing the piano all dramatically, I'd do like a fart sound that sounds like a question mark, like it's real long, like and that like what he was doing, or like I did Lollipop, Save Me Lollipop, and I played Nina, and there's this part where she's like getting lifted up in an air balloon, and they just look at each other in each other's eyes, and they both blush, and it's this beautiful moment, and that's a great time for a fart too. So I always do a fart right before the blush, and then they lay it in, and then when the next person records, they're like, and a lot of times I miss the bombs totally. I'm like, I wasn't even listening. I'm like, they're like, you totally just missed that. Like, that character, like, it's fun to do like a really cute, sweet character saying something horribly raunchy. Like, that's really fun to do, like, so those are some of the funnest parts.
So you're pretty much a prankster.
No, yeah, we're all pranksters a little bit. Yeah, we like to prank each other, try to see if we can catch each other off guard.
Now, again, getting back to your filmography, I absolutely adore musicals, and I noticed that you've actually been in one of my favorites, Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh.
I love Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh,
what was the experience like?
Little Shop of Horrors was different than, I think, any of the others. It was one of the first shows that I'd ever done, and I was 15. And my theater coach is how I got the audition and was able to be in it. I was one of the Ronettes. I got to sing the Skid Row solo, which is like the famous Skid Row solo.
That solo.
He actually got in an accident right before the opening day, and had gotten in a car accident, and he'd passed away. And so it was a totally different experience, because it was putting on a show for someone that you love and doing the best you can to honor them and their memory, because it was his favorite show and it was his dream to open that theater. So that show just like meant so much more to me than even just it being a really wonderful show to work on.
Wow.
So it was great though, it was wonderful.
Actually, speaking of stage acting, which do you prefer, the voice acting or the stage work?
I don't have a preference. I really, really miss stage acting. because I don't really get to do it anymore. I don't have time anymore, and my favorite director ever was Chris Ayers, and he's so amazingly talented, not just as an anime director, but as a fight choreographer, as a regular choreographer, and as an artistic director. He just has beautiful vision. And when he went, I kind of just followed him because I couldn't even imagine life without working with him. And but if he ever went back to theater, I would follow immediately.
Awesome. And one last question about stage productions. If you had your choice, which production would you choose to be in and why?
Book of Mormon, because this is hilarious. I don't even know where to start. Because of Hasediga Evil Way. And that's it. That song just alone, which I'd never get a chance to be in it because, it'd have to be like solely women. But, in a world where I got to do whatever I wanted, that would be the one I'd love to be in.
That's awesome. Piggy banks?
I love piggy banks. I collect them, and teapots. And antique teapots, and then pink piggy banks. That's the rule, is they have to be pink. They actually have to look like pigs. At one point, I had like over 80, they all had names.
You would actually love my daughter's because she got one just like that for Christmas this last year.
I used to really carry, how people carried around dolls. I was about that with piggy banks. I really love them. And now, I had a lot of them that got broken in college in a move, and a whole box of them. But I still have probably about 30 piggy banks.
Wow.
Yeah, in one room that has all my fan stuff in it too.
Last question. Is there anything down the pipe that you can kind of sort of hint at without getting in trouble?
Nothing like that I can hint at, but there are a lot of new things that have recently come out. We've got, I play Wendy in Fairy Tale. That just came out.
I have been hearing a lot about this anime. I have not had a chance to watch it yet.
Very popular, very good. I'm in Colorful. Let me see, I don't think I can talk about that one. What else did I just do? Chizuru and Hakuoki. Gosh, there's just so many. And you never know which ones have been released and which ones haven't. Railgun got released, and I play Makoto Misaka in Railgun. Okay. And that was a really, really good anime. But there's so many. I could just do this all night. They're good. They're awesome. Fun to work on. There's always a new part.
If only I could get out of my job.
Man, everybody says that, but...
Well, the work I do is rewarding, so...
Well, what do you do?
I actually work as a certified pharmacy technician for a long-term care pharmacy here in Tampa.
Oh.
We mostly cater to the hospice patients and the...
My mom volunteers hospice.
Yeah, and we also make sure that the folks in the nursing homes get their drugs.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's awesome. That is rewarding. Yeah, my mom does that. I don't know.
It's a 24/7 pharmacy, but as my boss likes to say, our patients don't take a break either.
Yeah. My mom does 24-hour hospice care voluntarily in Brenham, where she lives, and I mean, she's a hero because I don't know if I could, constantly make friends and lose them like she does, and she really cares. Yeah. And so you're a hero. They're a hero. You guys are heroes.
Thank you. Unfortunately, that is all the time that we have for today. Thank you very much, Brittany, for sitting down with us today.
Thank you guys.
And we will see you all next time. This is Lady K signing off. Johnny.